Okay, so I just finished watching Anita Sarkeesian's, or however you pronounce her name's, tropes on the gender of women in video games, and it took me a long time to find these videos, because when I searched on YouTube, I got a whole shitload of, well, essentially hate videos, which seemed extremely immature and unsolicited, because when I finally got to watch Anita's 3 videos of tropes of women in video games, gotta admit she makes a valid point and she's right. The role of woman in video games as a damsel in distress has been used and exploited since I guess video games first came around, and I don't think it's ever going to truly go away, but I do think it's about time we changed it. As for all the hate mail she's getting, why? What the hell did she do? She brought up a valid point. Are you pissed off because she's challenging something you love? Well, big deal. One thing that I kind of got the idea of that she's not a true gamer. She doesn't play video games as much as I do, or people who are spewing forth against her. Well, again, I say so. Just because you don't take part in something doesn't mean you can't recognize it's bullshit. I mean, I'm a stand-up comic, for fuck's sakes. I point out some bullshit in religion, which I don't take a part of. I point out the bullshit in politics, which I don't take a part of. So why can't a woman who doesn't play video games, 3 to 4 times a week, she only plays it every so often, why can't she point out the bullshit that she sees? And I mean, I've always been aware of this bullshit, I just never really thought about it until now. So, Anita, if you hear this, thank you. You've given me something to think about. I agree with her for the most part. I don't think it'll ever go away, nor do I necessarily want it to go away. I mean, let's be honest, a damsel in distress is a nice little fantasy for us pathetic males to have. Me sadly being one of them, I'll be the first to admit when I was a kid playing video games, I'd fantasize that I was the hero saving the woman, and then we live happily ever after, but it's bullshit. Like most fantasies, they're bullshit. Well, now that I've grown up and I've focused my thoughts more on reality, I say it's about time the video game industry had a change. She mentioned in her last video a game where you play as a captured princess who essentially saves herself and saves her kingdom from, what's the word I'm looking for? Corrupt monarchy. Sounds interesting to me. I'd play it. If there's any game developers out there, I suggest you watch her video and make a game of it, because I think it's rather interesting. Whether or not it'll sell, well, damned if I know. At least it'll be unique. And again, for all the people who are haters against her, lighten up, seriously. She's got a good point, for fuck's sakes. And I mean, if you disagree with it, that's fine. I mean, there are people who disagree with me on religion, but they don't call me a fucking idiot, or they don't say I have to die. Most of them say I have to burn in hell, but those people I just ignore. The few that take my criticism seriously, I listen to. argue with them, but we argue civilly. There is one guy I saw who actually threatened to rape her. Bullshit! You're just proving her point that females are essentially sex objects for men. I mean, she has a different point of view and you're saying you're going to rape her? For Christ's sakes, man, that's the kind of shit that'll get you arrested. Blows my fucking mind. How can people be so ignorant and stupid? Anyways, Anita, glad you're doing what you're doing. You brought up a valid point, something for me to think about and consider. Will it change the games I play? I guess a little bit. But, I mean, one game you brought up was Dishonored. I'm playing Dishonored right now. I like it. Despite its sexism that you pointed out. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 5, and I mean, that game is blatantly sexist. Doesn't mean I'm a sexist? No. I mean, I watch video movies about serial killers. Doesn't mean I'm a serial killer. Nor does playing a game that has these tropes make me a sexist. And Anita never once said if you play these games you're a sexist and you're anti-feminist and you hate women. She never said that. She just brought up a point saying that the media that you were using, well, here's the bullshit in it. What's so wrong about that? I don't like it when people point out bullshit that I wasn't aware of previously or never paid attention to previously, because I was aware of the bullshit. I just never really thought about it until now. So stop hating on her. Seems to be a decent woman. Sure, she may not be a true gamer, but what the hell does that mean? I mean, I grew up on video games. Unfortunately, I grew up in a strict religious family, so I didn't get to play all the video games I wanted to play. Didn't get to play games like Mortal Kombat and Doom, so I kind of missed out, but I was still a gamer. I'm still a gamer now, although I don't play nearly as often as I used to. I mean, a couple of years ago, I played games on a daily basis. Now I play it maybe a few times a week, and even saying that, I can go a couple of weeks without putting in a game. Doesn't mean I'm not a gamer. My opinion is still valid, just as hers is. Damn, I hate this computer. My screensaver keeps showing up whenever I don't move, or move my mouse, or type away on my keyboard. But yeah, anyways, if you're listening to this and you haven't heard of Anita Sarkeesian, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing her name right, Tropes on Video Game Woman, check it out. Keep an open mind, obviously. And don't give in to all the hatred about her. From what I can see, she's a smart, intelligent woman, and she brings up a fair point. Hell, if a cult, I'd like to have coffee with her and discuss these topics and other topics, because I consider myself to be somewhat of a feminist. Most of my female friends are feminists, and we have discussions similar to these about women in video games and society, the workplace in general. And I think I'd like to have an intelligent conversation with her. We may not agree on everything, but big deal. You think I agree with all my friends about everything? I mean, hell, my very young brother, he has argues with me about which woman he finds attractive or not. Frankly, they're pathetic arguments. I don't really particularly care. But he'll say, oh, this celebrity is gorgeous, and I'll say, yeah, no, she's not, and he gets upset. It's kind of a sexist argument in and of itself, but well, he's kind of a sexist pig. Sorry, Craig, but you are. Anyways, that's all I have to say on the topic, mainly because that's all my YouTube video will allow me to do in under 15 minutes. Check out her video, keep an open mind, she has valid points. I agree with the majority of them. I don't think the trope is going to go away completely. But I'd like to see maybe something rise up and challenge it. Take care, all. Obviously, I haven't been doing much reviews. My leg is still broken. But the good thing is, I found a book publisher for my Books of Blasphemous Bible. I found a few, actually, so here's hoping. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.